We'll have this on recording. So welcome to Team Call. Happy Monday. It is July 16th, I think. I am traveling and out of town, so I'm literally like sitting on my niece's bed in her bedroom. And she's like pounding down the door to get in here with her Aunt B. But I am super pumped about Team Call tonight to hear what Heather has to share with us about challenge packs and conversations. So kind of how this topic came up is, first of all, I think it's something that a lot of us on the team have either been struggling with or have seen some of our coaches struggling with. And we were actually on coffee chat that we had Saturday morning as a team. This was something that kind of got brought up, and I had asked Heather last week if she wanted to host Team Call this Monday, and she started talking about kind of how she has kind of combated this issue in her, or not issue, but this challenge in her business. And I was like, that's it. That's what you need to talk about on Monday. So I just have a few announcements, and then I will introduce her, and we will get the ball rolling. And we have 3 announcements for today. Obviously, hopefully you know that the Lift For and Miss Amos VIP Early Access workouts and programs are available. Today was day 1 of our team-led Lift For group and some other Lift For groups as well. Just remember that you still can get $10 off of those Lift For packs and bundles to get the VIP Early Access now through the end of July, so July 31st. And then coaches who purchase access to the early access to the Lift For program will get invited to the exclusive coach test group that started officially today with Joel Freeman. So you can learn more about all of that at FAQ 7500. And if you're interested in learning more about Miss Amos, which is our Spanish program that just released today, FAQ 5222. The second thing that I wanted to mention really quickly is the Beat Your Best promotion. So we are in week 3 of July, which is just like blowing my mind. I cannot believe that this year, honestly, has just gone by so fast. But check out FAQ 2775 to kind of get some more information on that. We've been talking about that on our team page a little bit, and some of the rewards and prizes that you can win for beating your best as far as your Success Club points are concerned, and as far as your personally sponsored coaches getting into Success Club is concerned. Beachbody Challenge, $100,000 grand prize is the 3rd announcement. Don't forget that you can submit your results, your before and after pictures, to beachbodychallenge.com for a chance to win amazing cash prizes. For those of you that went to Summit this year, know that it's kind of a really cool thing at the end of Summit to kind of close out with picking the winner of that big grand prize. And so something else about the Beachbody Challenge is, even if you haven't lost 80 or 100 pounds or something, you know, really significant like that, every time you submit your before and after photos from completing a workout program, even if there's no like visible change, so you think, even though I'm sure there probably is no matter what, you get a free t-shirt just for completing the program. So if you finish 80-day obsession, you get an 80-day obsession shirt. So just something to kind of keep in mind there. Before I introduce Heather, I want to give a shout out publicly to Mallory. She just led an Emerald in 24-hour training that had, I think we ended up with like 31 people on it. So she did an amazing job, coaches from our team and then from our larger Team Dynasty or Dynasty Strong, whatever Scotty Hobbs is calling it now. And she did a really great job there. So hopefully we'll have lots of new Emeralds on our team this week, and then we can get them over in our Dash to Diamond group to be pushing towards Diamond. So Heather is just a total rock star. I met Heather back in 2016. She was actually Mrs. Ohio whenever I was Mrs. Oklahoma. So since our states are right beside each other in the alphabet, we actually got to sit beside each other the entire time we were competing at Mrs. America throughout the rehearsals and in line backstage and all of that super fun stuff. So we got to know each other a little bit, stay connected through Facebook, and Heather had actually done Beachbody programs a while back, and if she shares a little bit about her story, she'll talk about that. And then she just decided just a few months ago that she wanted to do this coaching thing with me and with our team, and I've just been so blessed by her friendship for almost 2 years now. And so she is an Emerald coach who's pushing towards Diamond. She is consistently in Success Club. She's running a killer challenge group on Facebook called Mind Over Matter, where she goes live in that group, and it's not only nutrition focused and exercise focused, but just literally focusing on your mindset and your relationship with food and kind of just navigating this whole process. So I just really admire the way that she's running our group, the conversations that she's had, and all the success that she's had in the short time that she's been a coach. So she's a wife and a mom and all of that super fun stuff that I'm sure she'll briefly mention. So I'm going to stop talking and mute my mic and pass it over to Heather.
Thank you, Beth. That's so kind. Thank you so much. Can you guys hear me okay? Okay, perfect. So I am so excited to be here. And honestly, whenever Beth mentioned this to me, I was like, am I ready to talk about this? But what I've learned in this short time is just the power of mindset and getting to the point where really there's just a confidence around every part of this, because you're a product of the product and you are just fueling people with what you already know and how we know that these work. So a little bit about me, that for those that haven't heard my story, I am a mom to 2 girls. I'm a wife. I'm a former Mrs. Ohio. We dabble in a lot of different things, my husband and I, and we have a lot of balls in the air right now. And I'm also my day job, my career, I'm a business banker with a larger Midwest bank. And while I love my career, there's just something inside of me that's been pulling me, and just I know that it's God talking to me and really navigating right now this path of my life and reaching other women. And so I, over time, I've learned about clean eating leading up to like Mrs. Ohio, Mrs. America a few years ago, lost 30 pounds. I had kept it off, and then I moved into the fitness part and I took on PiYo. That was my first program that I did with Beachbody. And along the way, I was just a discount coach for Shakeology. That's how I started. I had my career. I wanted no part of being a coach. And then I was introduced to 80-Day Obsession, and Beth, thankfully she kind of just kept pressing into me, and really just the conversations around, Heather, you are coaching. And I'm like, me, I am coaching. And really that's what it came down to, is that as I shared my journey during 80-Day Obsession, and as I was setting personal goals for myself, my whole mindset around working out and fitness completely changed. I had no idea. I thought, okay, I'm gonna try to get some of the results like I've seen people had, and I had no idea just how often talks to you during that program, how she pushes you, how the times you feel like you just want to give up is exactly the time that you're about to change, that something really huge is about to change. And with every phase, I saw more and more results. And along the way, I had women reaching out to me that I knew, women reaching out to me that I had never met, people who just saw my results from each phase, and I'm just a normal person, and they just said, what are you doing? Or what is this diet that you're on? And as I started having more of those conversations, I was talking to Beth about it more, and I finally decided that I was going to become a discount coach the end of April. And so I signed up again, and I became a discount coach. But the middle of May, whenever I really started seeing the response that people were reaching out to me about, I said out loud for the first time ever to Beth, I said, I want to make this a goal to have a career out of this. And by next summer, I want to leave my corporate full-time job to only do this. And once you say a goal out loud like that, it becomes very real. For me, it became very, very real. And that has what it's been all about. So we went to Summit, and when I became a coach, it was like, oh, someone they want to buy something from me. Oh, okay, they want this. And so whatever they wanted, I was just giving them. Oh, you want to try Shakeology? Here's this. You want to try Energize? Let me get you set up with that. And a lot of onesie twosies. And when we were at Summit, we were sitting around, all of us, and we just wanted to have kind of like a little power hour. And I had some great conversations with everyone, but specifically Mallory said something that it clicked for me at that moment. And it was the concept of having confidence in selling a full challenge pack. And so instead of all these onesie twosies that I'm piecing together, we know how the products work. We know how they really work with each other. And that is to optimize your results, to optimize your energy, to optimize how you're feeling. That is the program itself, the nutrition that comes with it, whether it's containers or plated or whatever that looks like, that it all works together, and it works together for a reason. And once you start grasping that, to hear, well, I only send a challenge pack option when I share a cart. And I was like, you do? But I walked away from there. I was like, I'm just going to try this. And so as I was having conversations with people, I would start asking them, what are some of your goals? What are some of your goals that you had? And now we have, and I'm more than happy to share them. I know Mallory shared them with me. Sorry. But there are questions now, trigger questions that I ask people to get a grasp around. What are their goals? What do they maybe have struggles with? What is it easier for? For me personally, I can have my nutrition on point all day, but it was always a struggle. Like I loathed working out. For my sister, Amanda, she will get up and work out every day, and nutrition is the downfall for her. So getting an idea of where they are and meeting them in that journey is exactly what has started to help me. And so I just started sending challenge packs in my share cart instead of like, oh, they only want to buy 80-day obsession, but they have everything that they need for it. I would send a challenge pack. And then I started getting questions around, okay, well, tell me more about the Shakeology. What do you mean? I get access for a whole year. And then it became these conversations that, okay, I already pay X dollars a month to go to the gym. So if I'm going to try the 3-day refresh, because I had results from that and a lot of people were reaching out, instead of just selling them to the 3-day refresh, I sent them the challenge pack. And oh my gosh, I literally got like no pushback on it. I was amazed. Like it really started to work. And after I did that 1 or 2 times, my confidence really started to grow around, this is truly what's best. We know what Shakeology does for us, know how it becomes a lifestyle change, and instantly people I'm now in my second, going into my 3rd full month of fully coaching. And just by doing that, within 2 weeks coming back from Summit, I was already at Success Club. And now just as of yesterday, I finally beat like what my highest Success Club points were. And I'm so excited about that because that's just another like tool in our tool belt to know how to talk to people and have those conversations, meeting them where they're at and knowing that yes, it comes with a cost, but you are worth investing in. And this is why. And instead of, okay, I'm going to have you buy Shakeology today, and then in 2 months, you've seen what I've been doing with 80-day obsession, and now you want to buy Beachbody on demand, it's lumping it together that this makes sense and it's more economical. That's how I started presenting it. Because I was like, this is really an all-encompassing, this gives you everything that you need for getting started with the program. It gives you your first 30 days of Shakeology, whatever the challenge pack is. And once I started presenting it like that, people there was no question about it. And so I would say, Beth, that has been the biggest, I don't know, and not even a secret, because Mallory and I, we had a great conversation about this, but it's been such a great tip because we know what people need and we know how it works. I'm working with someone right now that she said she was spending like $150 a week doing Jenny Craig or something. And now she feels awful. She didn't get any results, and she's in my challenge group. And like Beth said, my challenge group is Mind Over Matter, and it's all programs, it's nutrition, it's fitness, it's everything. And it has been so, so successful. I was hoping to have 10 ladies in it, and I have 40 now, and I'm continuing to add to that. But, and now people that have been sitting back monitoring, that they want to know, like, okay, now I want to get on board with this. And I send them the challenge pack. So for me, it was a complete mindset shift around what they needed, what we know that they need, and just sending that share cart. And if they have questions about it, I've gotten really good at using voice text on the messenger. I like them to hear my voice. I like them to hear that I'm not a salesperson. I want them to know that I genuinely care about getting their results. And for me, because I use Shakeology every single day, I'm a believer in Energize and Recover. And, I don't have product diarrhea to them and just throw it all out to them. But I really do try to cater it to what they are trying to meet right now, but also looking ahead to them in the next 3, 6, 9, 12 months and what can help them get there and get on track, because the ones that are reaching out, they want to meet those goals. So that is really where I was at with that, Beth. And I don't know if anyone has any questions or if there's anything that maybe I could elaborate on a little bit more.
I have not seen any questions pop up in the chat. So if anybody has any, please feel free to hop in. I will just say that, Whitney, is your hand up?
Yeah. Yes, sorry. So question, what would you suggest when somebody's on a special diet like keto or paleo, or they're doing things like that, and like the Shakeology and the Recover doesn't fit with their nutrition plan?
That I may defer that to you, because whenever this is what I do personally, and I will be very honest with them that I don't know about those types of lifestyle choices, what they're doing with their diet. I've never done keto and I've never done paleo, so I don't know personally on that. I just am able to share with them what's worked for me, and that if they've tried, if they try this, and I recently had this conversation, they were asking about keto, and I said, I don't know about that, but if you find that you're getting stuck or you're not getting the results that you want, I'm here to help and share with you what I've done.
Yeah, just to kind of piggyback off of that, I totally agree. Like, speaking from your own personal experience is definitely like the most important thing. However, if you guys are familiar with, or if you follow Danielle Natoni and or Melissa McAllister, both are top 10 coaches. They are insanely successful. They've been in the business for 7 or 8 years. They both follow, I'm not sure that either one of them would call themselves keto, but they definitely eat like a low carb, high fat kind of diet, and they incorporate intermittent fasting, and they're insanely successful. So Natalie also just posted in the chat section that I guess she has a little bit more familiarity with that specific diet, but she said that Shakeology and the Performance Line can fit into the keto diet. A lot of people just don't realize it. So if you're finding that those conversations are coming up really frequently, maybe uncomfortably do a little bit of research yourself on, those specific diets, and figure out a way, to definitely still stay true to your personal experience, but to still, maybe just suggest that they give it a try, or, just find ways that they can make it fit, is kind of what I would say. I don't know, does anybody else have anything to add to that? Natalie, are you familiar with? Yeah, go for it.
I think I texted you like a week or two ago, because I had, again, like I get the same thing a lot where like I'm following a specific diet, when mine was specific to the carbs that were in the Recover. And we had already gone through Shakeology. She gave me 17 reasons why she couldn't do Shakeology. So it was like, no big deal. Like, instead, let's do the, Energize and Recover. That's perfect. Like, you're doing Lift 4, whatever. So I sent her, she wanted to see the ingredients. I sent her the ingredients, and she was like, oh, I just don't know about the carbs that are in this because of the keto diet. And your best response to me, which I've now used 3 times and sold 3 challenge packs the exact same way, was that those formulas for like the Recover are like specific for post-workout, because they do replenish your body with the carbs that you do need in the right proportion with the protein and the amino acids. Like, they work together to help your muscles recover differently than just like specifically having like 20 grams of whey protein. So there is a reason for the carbs to be in it at the same time. And honestly, that was like simple as that, like 5 sentences of like, here's what I think. And she was like, oh, okay, great, done. So, I mean, I think there is, as simply as Beth said, of like, there is a way for it to fit in the keto lifestyle. Like, here's what I found, and here's what people that I have known now who are on the keto diet, like, accepted my response of they're formulated with the right amount of carbs and protein so that your muscles will recover properly.
I feel like if they were true ketos people, they would know that. And the fact that Mary could literally just be like, here's why it still works. And they're like, okay, it's like,
yeah,
maybe you should just follow one of our meal plans.
That's so interesting though. It's definitely worth like doing some research on them, like you said, because Whitney, I've only gotten that like once, I believe. Like once, I don't even think I've gotten it twice. So if I had it more than that, I would certainly want to look into it. So that's good information.
Yeah, I know they're super sensitive to the sugar and the carbs, so Shakeology is like completely out. But that's interesting what you said about the Recover, so I'll definitely recommend that from now on.
I know. I did a test group with Chalene Johnson. Like, it's been over a year now, and we went through a phase of like, she never would call it keto, but you were eating high fat, low carb. And I got like some keto strip things, because you were supposed to like figure out when you were in ketosis and what things got you out of ketosis. And I was able to incorporate Shakeology into my every single day. And it it never affected my results or anything. Natalie, I think you wanted to say something.
Me? Oh. I wasn't sure. I've just been like, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you had your hand raised.
Yeah, no, I did. I was just waiting because I knew you had a lot to say too. So a lot of people misunderstand what keto actually is. There's like the fad side of it, which is the whole, like, I call it like the keto police. There's all these groups on Facebook, and they're so strict about specific ingredients and no grains and no this and no that. But the thing is, keto is short for ketosis or ketogenic. Some people can eat up to 100 carbs a day and still be in ketosis and still, feel good and reap the benefits. Like for me, it's not about weight loss. For me, it's about like, it's helping to balance like some of my hormones and stuff that affect like eczema. So for me, it's not about like just cutting out grains and cutting out, quinoa and all this great stuff that's in like Shakeology. But it's a combination of just eating clean and then just trying to stay ketogenic. So there are a lot of people who think you can't have all these different ingredients, some of which are in Shaco and some of which are in the performance line, but it's just not true. You can still have these things. You just have to monitor your own body. Like, just like some people can't have Splenda, even though there's no calories in it. Some people, it does cause like an insulin response or something, and there's people who say aspartame isn't good, but other people have no problems with it. It's just, you have to know your own body. So if one person has a problem with quinoa or barley or whatever clean grain, that's them. That doesn't mean that this whole entire community of ketogenic eaters can't have it. So for me, I've lost 54 pounds and I drink Shakeology and I do Energize. And sometimes I do either Recover or Recharge, but I don't do the whole line because then it is getting to where it is a lot of carbs if you do the whole performance line. But even so, I think certain people could probably do the whole performance line and still stay ketogenic and still reap those benefits. But your average person truly doesn't need keto. I mean, I understand some people have like an emotional connection to it because it's gotten them some quick results or whatever. But unless you have like medical issues or reasons like that your doctor is telling you to do it, most people don't truly need it and could probably just go with Plate It or Portion Fix, like follow the 2B mindset, because most people have a mindset problem more than a diet problem, which we all know ties together. So maybe you could.
I love that. Love it. That's the best. Yeah.
High five.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll stop rambling now.
No, you're good. That was awesome. Does anybody else have any questions or anything? This was so good, Heather. I feel like I say this often to specifically my new coaches, but it's so hard to like I feel like it's one of those things that's like, yeah, easy for you to say because you've been coaching for 2 years, or yeah, that's easier said than done, is just have confidence in what our challenge packs and our products and our programs can do and can provide to other people. And that's why the most cringed vital behavior of inviting is so cringeworthy, because it's scary and it's uncomfortable. But if you just rely on the fact, like everything Heather just talked about, rely on the fact that how these programs have changed your life, are changing your life, and that a challenge pack, even though it is $160-ish, and that's not pocket change, the value that they're getting with everything that comes in a challenge pack, should make you want to stand on the rooftop and just scream it and to everybody and provide the opportunity to everybody. So.
And I think that's exactly the point I just needed to get to, because I know that we had this conversation at Summit, but it was being very oh, it's a lot of money. But, we think of, if you think in your mind how much money we spend on stuff, and the average person, when it comes to their health, and you break it down and you show them the value of it, without being salesy, then they're getting it. People are not even blinking an eye. And I couldn't believe, I never would have believed it if I wouldn't have just tried it to see what it was like. And people are, they want to invest. Is it an investment? Yes. But are you worth it? More than yes, you absolutely are. And, once I became confident in that, it's just, I don't send it any other way now. And I don't know. I think it's that mindset as we were sitting around and we were like, well, if they're not ready right now, then they might be ready eventually as they keep watching your journey. And this is how you can be there. But whenever you start adding up all this stuff, I mean, just your gym memberships and the crazy programs that you go on, and you don't have the tribe behind you, like there is value even just in being in our accountability groups that you don't pay for. I mean, there is value in all of that. And yeah, it's a pretty cool thing.
Totally agree. Love it. Well, thank you, Heather, so much. This was so fabulous. I'm so proud of you, and I'm so thankful that you were able to hop on tonight and kind of share all of that newfound confidence in your challenge group invites and conversations, and just continue rocking it, because I know you're doing so amazing. That is all that we have tonight. I hope you all have a great rest of your Monday evening, and yeah, I'm sure I'll see you guys tomorrow on our team page. Have a good night. Bye.